In the Bilderberg Group's New World Order socialist utopia, everyone will supposedly live in peace and harmony with the global government taking care of everyone's needs and protecting them like a loving parent or big brother. A primary promise of this new era is that supposedly nobody will need to own guns except for the government, which is said to be the only group that can be trusted to use them responsibly. In order to finally eliminate crime, officials claim that they need to ban citizens from owning guns and repeal the Second Amendment in the name of peace and prosperity. Incrementally, the Second Amendment of the Constitution has been slowly eroded, and with every gun tragedy that's turned into a national story, more and more restrictions are placed on gun owners and the types of guns and accessories that can be manufactured or sold to the public. Instead of addressing the underlying causes of violence, the guns themselves are blamed and said to be the problem, not a symptom of it. Many have tried to argue that the Second Amendment of the Constitution does not declare citizens have the right to own guns. This argument is absolutely absurd, but continues to be repeated by those on the left who believe that it was put in place to authorize the government to own guns, which is completely 100% opposite of its purpose. It was specifically included in the Bill of Rights to ensure that ordinary citizens have the right to own guns as a way to not only protect themselves and their families from burglars and thugs, but to serve as a deterrent to prevent the federal, state, or local government from abusing its power and violating the basic civil liberties of Americans. Rapper Ice-T summed up the purpose of the Second Amendment during an interview on British television when he was asked by an anchor of Channel 4 News if he had any guns at home. "Yeah, it's legal in the United States. It's part of our Constitution," he said. "You know, the right to bear arms is because it's the last form of defense against tyranny. Not to hunt, it's to protect yourself from the police." In 1997, Britain basically outlawed all guns, and the law has been a blueprint Bilderberg hopes to duplicate around the rest of the world. Slowly but surely, they're making progress, with many political pundits on television repeating their talking points about how now is the time to finally follow Britain's lead and round up Americans' guns for everyone's safety. The former Attorney General Eric Holder once stated on C-SPAN that the government needed a new strategy to change the way people thought about the Second Amendment, and concluded that, quote, "we need to brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way." CNN's Fareed Zakaria, who's a member of the Bilderberg Group, the Council on Foreign Relations, Skull and Bones' sister society Scroll and Key, and who gave a lakeside chat at the Bohemian Grove, argues that it's time to update and modernize and fix the Constitution, and says that the Bill of Rights are just outdated and the Second Amendment should be repealed. China's official government-run news agency actually demanded that the United States tighten up gun control laws. And the United Nations has long wanted the Second Amendment repealed and is attempting to do so incrementally through small arms treaties. And before you say that this couldn't happen in America, stop and think about all the freedoms that have been lost over the last generation and see how quickly people forget. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. Check out my new book, The Bilderberg Group, Facts and Fiction, in paperback from Amazon.com, or download it onto your tablet or e-reader. And stay tuned. There are more YouTube videos coming soon.